Hello, so welcome to my project. I'll be giving a very high-level overview of this project that I have been working on for a while with the Netflix Pathways team. They were the mentors, so thank you very much. Let's go over what this is first. So what we made was we made the backend for a bookstore. It has different models and different repositories that lead to SQL databases. For example, we have a model that's a book, an author, and a publisher. Obviously, this is the foundation. There would be more things to add later on and other things like deployment as well, but this is the foundation. All right, so here's my screen. And so I'm going to show you the models that we have, so everything that we made. First of all, this is a Maven project. So like I mentioned, for the back end of the bookstore, and we have this, the author, which is going to be one model. We have the book, and then we have the publisher as well. And these all link to specific SQL values or columns in SQL. Some of them are not null, so some of them have to be verified before they go in. Like you need the value. Um, yeah, and then we also have controllers for everything. We have the controller for the author right here. This is one that I personally made myself. Something that I should also mention is that this project was made in a team of three, with two great engineers. One thing that I wanted to highlight is that the author and the publisher. So one book is always has one author, one publisher, right? Um, so to make that one-to-many relationship between the author and the book, so the book will always have one author, but an author can have one too many or many books, right? So the author and the publisher both have that relationship with the book. So that's something that I did want to highlight, the one-to-many annotation right there. And so for testing, I can show you the author controller test. So for the author controller test, I use an object mapper to translate it into JSON. And then once it's in JSON, we can test out the output. For example, we test out the create author, we test out get author by ID test. I mean, we use MockMvc for all of this. So update author test. We want to make sure that all of this stuff works right before we were to deploy it, if we were. So now if I were to run all these things, let me go past let me go over the repositories test as well. So for the author repository test, so before each, I set up the repository. I made sure to clear it at the beginning. That's very important because we don't want the information to stack up or save from another previous test. We want to make sure to save it as well. For example, we test the create author test. We test basically everything. Everything that could go wrong, it's tested. So now if we run the test, and here we go. That's the application running. Cool. It passes everything. So yeah, pretty cool. And I will show you the GraphQL queries being tested as well. All right. And okay, so this is the GraphQL now that I pulled it up, and it everything is already mapped out in the code. So for example, if we want to do find by author ID, right now we're going to look at the ID 10 because I have the database pulled up on my right monitor. So the ID, the first name, we could even throw in the last name if we really wanted to. And now we get the ID back. So ID 10, John Doe. If we wanted to get more information, for example, where the city is that he's at, maybe the postal code as well, and perhaps the phone. And let's throw in the email there because why not? And there you go. So it gives back all this information. It is very useful for many things. So I thought it was really cool, and I hope that you guys liked this project. I had a lot of fun making it, and yeah, thank you.